You are welcome. I am Theodora, and here I talk about real life experiences, personal development, grief support, and many other things. I'll be talking about how to prepare for when you are relocating abroad or when you are traveling abroad for study purposes. Consider the following things. Are you going by yourself, or would you like to go with your family or partner? It's important to think about a companion while over there to make life a little bit easier for you, because it could be lonely there where you're far from your family and friends. I also encourage you to do a lot of research about the place in general. If it's a country like Sweden, maybe you would like to know what are the laws in the place, what is the culture like there, and then you can also narrow down into the city that you're going to stay in to know more about how the place is, where maybe the restaurants, where is the hospital, bus stops, etc. With that theory at the back of your mind, you can easily navigate through the difficulty. It's very difficult when you move into a new place and you don't know anything about it. I would also encourage you, if you're moving to Europe, carry some warm clothing, but you could just buy a few and then you can buy more of it when you travel to the country, maybe Sweden or Denmark or Finland. Buying a few because the quality could be different. You may buy a big jacket, for instance. For us in Uganda, we have boda who have big jackets. It could look big, but it's not warm. So just get something, and when you reach that country, you can be able to buy clothes that are more suitable for the kind of cold weather that is there. I would also encourage you to think about your income as you're starting, whether it's going to be a job or it's going to be for study purposes. It's important that you have some income with you that can take you for at least 6 months. This is important in the case that when you move to the new country, you will need to get certain documentations that may take a little while. For instance, for the case of Sweden, it may take you a little while before you could get registered into the system. You can be able to have access to certain systems like the banking system, to get a bank account and then be able to receive your payment through the bank. So it's important that you come with some money that can help you go through 6 months, at least as you still get around to know where you can be able to get various services. It's very important to arrange for your accommodation before you leave your home country. For instance, before you leave Uganda or Kenya or wherever it is, make sure you arrange for accommodation or where you're going to stay before you travel. It will be very difficult for you. You cannot stay in a hotel for so long. It's going to be expensive and you're still new in the place. So it's good to check out which accommodation options are there, and then you book in advance. If it's a student, it's easier. Maybe the university can help you arrange for accommodation, but you can also look up online. Most things are very straightforward, or at least try to look for a contact or someone so that your accommodation is arranged. You to watch out for scammers. You could be in the rush of wanting to relocate abroad, and then you may lose a lot of money, and then you go there and get stranded and be deported, or you may not even go. So make sure that if it's a company, if it's a university that is maybe taking you for studies or employment, make sure that they are really legal. Do a background check on where you're going or who is taking you abroad, so that you are not scammed and then you get into trouble. Depending on the country you're going to, maybe Sweden or Finland or Denmark or even German, it would be nice for you to start learning the language of that place. For instance, in Sweden, Swedish is used very regularly, and some people prefer to speak in Swedish, but also there are many people who speak English. But if you're considering staying in Sweden long term, it would be good for you to start learning Swedish. You can check out YouTube videos on people who teach Swedish. You can also check for the country you're going to and see what requirements do they need. Also for long term, if you need like employment opportunities, if you speak the language of that country, you are at an advantage of getting a job as compared to someone who does not. That's that for today. I hope to see you in the next video.